He is literally just a delivery guy. But some overpowered main character vaporizes him just for talking to his girl. Warning, this is his 6th failed villain survival run. The cause of death? Saying one extra word to the protagonist's girl. Heart stopped. Now we are on run 7. Seriously, these overpowered protagonists are absolute creeps. He just looks at a girl and gets instant killed. Getting hit by a car while delivering food was bad enough, but being reincarnated as a trashy villain over and over? Every protagonist was more toxic than the last, leading to brutal deaths. This time, he has to play it safe. Especially since he needs money for his mother's surgery. This time, the protagonist is another overpowered Long Aotian archetype, the ultimate walking cheat code. Today is chapter 9 of the story, where our main character Chengwen gets his leg broken at his own engagement ceremony. But a broken leg is just the starter pack. Later, his bones will be crushed. He realizes he needs to bail immediately. He decides to let the protagonist keep his girl and his money. Leng Qingqiu can take the family fortune. He won't touch a thing. Honestly, this female lead is gorgeous, absolutely god-tier looks. But too bad she is reserved for the main character's harem. If you even touch her, you die. On his last run, he got turned into literal meat paste just for saying 3 sentences to her. Talk about a brutal lesson learned. Leng Qingqiu suddenly tells him she will never get engaged to him and to give up. Our guy immediately agrees. Step 1 of his survival plan is a massive success. Finally, he does not have to get his leg broken. But wait, Leng Qingqiu is completely stunned. For 3 years, he chased her like a stray dog despite her constant abuse. She even publicly humiliated him, but he never gave up. Now he is giving up so easily. In his mind, he is begging her to spare him so he can live a few more years. He internally calls her a brainless female lead who gets tricked by the protagonist, willingly joining his harem while giving away her family's multi-billion-dollar fortune. In the end, the entire family gets ruined. But plot twist, she can actually hear his inner thoughts. She is totally shocked. Is that protagonist actually the security guard she hired 3 days ago? Suddenly, Chengwen notices her staring. He asks if she's feeling okay. He repeats his concern, but internally he is completely stressing out over her strange reaction. He wonders why this girl is still so angry when he literally just gave up on her. He chalks it up to typical heroine logic. He decides to wrap this up fast before things get complicated and urges her to tell the elders. He promises he will never harass her again. From now on, they are complete strangers and he wants absolutely nothing to do with her. He is celebrating internally. 3 years of being a simp is finally over. With his looks, he can easily find someone else. If she wants to join some random harem, she can go right ahead. He just wants to stay alive. She suddenly asks him what he was just thinking. He quickly denies it. He lies and says he was just figuring out how to explain things to their parents. But deep down, he panics. Can she actually read his mind? No way. He tells himself she is just a sweet, simple heroine, and he is totally overthinking. He silently swears to never show his face near her again, hoping she is happy now. But Leng Qingqiu is secretly furious. This guy simped for 3 years and suddenly changed his mind? Now he is treating her like the plague. Suddenly, the parents arrive and ask why they are standing outside. They ask if he made her angry again. He quickly reassures everyone that they have already reached an agreement. He announces they are not getting engaged. His dad immediately snaps, threatening to break his leg. The parents think it is just a petty couple fight, but Chengwen insists he is dead serious. He starts praising her as strong and brilliant. He declares she is the best girl he has ever met, but true love means letting her go. He cannot be selfish.
He claims he wants her to be truly happy, so he is calling off the engagement. Inside, he is laughing hysterically.
He is fully convinced his performance deserves an Oscar. Honestly, you gotta respect the hustle to stay alive. He is basically doing mental cartwheels right now. The family's actually touched. They had no idea he was this deep, thinking he is incredibly noble for sacrificing his own happiness. But the dad still suspects he is planning something sneaky. Inside, he is screaming that he is just trying to survive. Once that overpowered protagonist shows up, it is game over. He pities the Lang family. In a few months, their entire fortune is going to belong to the protagonist anyway. He is internally roasting these wealthy families for blindly handing their daughters and billions in assets to Long Aotian. Now she realizes Chengwen actually knows the future and is only backing off because he is terrified of being killed. She refuses to let him run and wants to see what this Long Aotian can do, while her parents ask what is going on. Her dad tells her to ignore his nonsense, promising to deal with him if he dares to bully her. Chengwen is internally screaming that this makes no sense, but Qingqiu suddenly announces she agrees to marry him. Chengwen completely panics over this massive plot twist, crying over his legs and his life. Her family is utterly shocked, asking if she is joking since she knows exactly what a scumbag Chengwen usually is. Her dad begs her not to throw her life away in anger, while Chengwen internally begs her to stick to the original script. He is absolutely terrified that Long Aotian will break his legs, screaming in his head for her to just follow the damn plot. But Qingqiu is secretly listening, furious that he wants to run after, annoying her for 3 whole years. There is absolutely no way she is letting him leave, determined to see what makes this bodyguard so terrifying to him. She wants to verify all his memories of the future, while the parents happily announce the grand engagement for next month. They plan the wedding for next spring, wanting to invite every high society figure in the city. Chengwen desperately asks Qingqiu if she has completely lost her mind today. She coldly fires back, telling him that he is the one who is actually crazy. Chengwen desperately agrees, begging her to cancel the engagement with their parents before it is too late. Honestly, his pleading is comedy gold as he begs her to just show mercy and let him go. Please, let me go. She remembers the 3 years of him constantly annoying her. Seeing him finally beg her for once feels incredibly satisfying, and honestly, you can't even blame her. Attention everyone! The host announces that the official engagement ceremony will take place on the 10th of next month. Chengwen is internally counting down the seconds, sweating bullets because the main character is about to burst through the door. He realizes he cannot escape his fate, cursed by his knowledge of the plot. Qingqiu watches him, wondering if the bodyguard really is about to crash the party as predicted. Right on cue, Long Aotian kicks the door open, objecting to this ridiculous farce. Talk about a perfect prediction! The guests are furious, calling security to throw this random guard out immediately. Long Aotian ignores them, looking dramatically at Qingqiu. He promises that nobody will ever force her to do anything against her will. But Qingqiu just looks at him like he is crazy, reminding him that he is literally just her bodyguard. Of course, our main character has absolute main character syndrome, assuming she is only acting cold to protect him. Chengwen is internally rolling his eyes, waiting for the classic, cringe-worthy war god speech to drop. Honestly, these cliché power fantasy tropes never change, and Chengwen is just waiting to see him show off. Long Aotian starts ranting, accusing the 4 great families of being corrupt and using cheap tricks. He yells at them for sacrificing a young girl's happiness for business, asking if they have any shame. He targets her parents next, asking how they could throw their own daughter into a complete fire pit. He points at Chengwen, calling him a notorious piece of trash that everyone in the city despises. Chengwen is secretly cheering him on, begging Qingqiu to finally cry, throw herself into his arms, and leave. But instead of crying, Qingqiu snaps, telling Long Aotian that he is just a bodyguard and is officially fired. She tells him to pack his things and get out of her sight right now. Long Aotian is completely shocked, unable to believe her words. Chengwen is screaming inside for everyone to shut up, knowing the main character is about to start folding people. He knows he will be the first victim as an elder steps up to confront the guard. The elder barks, demanding to know who gave him the guts to crash their event. And there goes the classic face-slapping setup, with the bodyguard preparing to lay waste to everyone in the room. This guy is over here thinking Qingqiu will fall for him and he will get all the glory. Since this villain wants to die, he is about to show him what the return of the legendary god of war actually means. The loyal henchman is like, "Young Master Lu, let me beat this kid to death," but Lu is just pleading for him to calm down. He begs them to stop for his sake, then he tells Chengwen to get up off the ground. Oh, come on, he gets hated just for breathing? Lu is sweating bullets like, bro, do not go feed. If you get one shot, I am next on his hit list. The sidekick Zhao Gang is so moved, he vows to follow Lu forever, swearing nobody touches his boss today. But Lu is like, shut up. Meanwhile, the overpowered main character is grinning. He sees these guys as a dozen walking experience packs just waiting to be farmed. He thinks one-shotting them will totally win over his dream girl. He is ready to unleash his final boss energy. But then Lu completely ruins his plans, asking his own men who allowed them to move.
The main character asks if Lu has a problem. Lu instantly folds, saying he is actually the #1 fan of this couple.
He even begs them to invite him to their wedding so he can drop the biggest cash gift ever. The main character tells him to bring them forward, but Lu is shaking his head, screaming absolutely no way. Lu promises that today not a single one of them is getting past him. He literally threatens to fire anyone who moves and cut their yearly bonus. This leaves our main character completely speechless. He is crying inside because his free experience points just vanished. Just then, Qingqiu snaps, asking our protagonist if he is done acting crazy. She tells him to get lost right now or else she is calling the cops. The protagonist is offended. He is the legendary god of war who guarded the border for 10 years, and nobody in the capital dares disrespect him. He agrees to leave, but vows that whenever Qingqiu is in danger, he will instantly show up to save her. He promises to shield her, even if he has to fight the entire world. Honestly, our guy Lu did not expect his self-preservation tactics to work this well. He is just relieved his legs are still attached. This is why following the 3 iron laws of villain survival is key. Never flex on the protagonist, never touch his girl, and never do evil deeds. Since he nailed all 3 today, the system congratulates him for clearing the first easy survival test. Lu is excited, expecting some massive cash reward or a cheat code item to keep him alive. Instead, the system hands him a supercar. He is instantly annoyed because he is already a filthy rich young master. He literally owns a massive conglomerate. He risked his life against a literal god of war for a basic car? The system tells him to calm down because this ride is built different. Lu asks what is so special about it. The system proudly says it has 4 entire wheels. What an absolute scam! He asks the system why Qingqiu didn't leave with the main character like she was supposed to in the original novel. The system admits it has no clue what is going on with her. If he wants answers, he has to do something. It wants him to go strike up a conversation with her, but Lu knows that will only trigger the protagonist's death glare again. He begs the system to force the main couple together, otherwise he is going to get slaughtered. Back home, his dad demands to know what evil scheme he is cooking up this time. Lu claims he is innocent. His dad is not buying it. He knows his son chased Qingqiu for 3 years, only to suddenly cancel the wedding. Lu pretends he is just being selfless. His dad calls him shameless, which is honestly kind of hilarious. He can't exactly tell his dad that he transmigrated here, and staying near her means getting pulverized by an OP main character. Since Qingqiu agreed to the engagement, his dad orders him to treat her right or face his wrath, but Lu tries to protest. He argues she would never actually marry him, as her hatred for him is famous. She must have lost her mind today. His dad points out that without Lu family support, her bankrupt family is finished. That is why they agreed to the marriage. Since they are getting the benefit, his dad hands him a gift and tells him to take some responsibility. He is ordered to visit his sick god grandfather, old man Xuejiao, who is the head of another major family. In the original novel, the main character cures this old man, who then helps him destroy the Lu family. Lu realizes he must drop the gift and run. 1 extra second means getting targeted by the protagonist. He quickly agrees. Go right now and make sure the job gets done. Are all the men here? Good. Today, young Master Lu's engagement ceremony got completely ruined by that trash security guard Long Aotian. Can we just let that slide? Hell no. Exactly. In Snow City, only our young Master Lu gets to bully the weak. Nobody bullies him. We are the only villains here. What are you doing? Are you insane? Oh, young Master Lu, you're here. I have 9 ways to destroy Long Aotian. 9! He won't even know what hit him. But Lu Chengwen tells them to stop shouting that. He still has some pride left. The lackeys are confused, since he never cared about his face before, but he's like, I care now, okay? Now they think he wants to act like a pretentious clown. He loses his mind and tells them to get lost. Zhao Gang begs him not to be mad, saying they were just following his old villain training rules. He promises to break Long Aotian's legs tonight and throw him straight out of Snow City. Lu Chenwen sighs and calls him over. He asks Zhao Gong if they are actually brothers. Zhao Gong feels honored, but Lu Chenwen is like, if we are brothers, then stop trying to get me killed. Stay away from Long Aotian. The poor lackey is totally lost and has no idea why they are running away. Honestly, Lu Chenwen is crying inside. He has already died 6 times in this story, and this time he's surviving.
He begs Zhao Gong to stay away. Long Aotian is built different. He can fold 10 of them with one punch.
And if his men pick a fight, that overpowered protagonist will end up blaming him anyway. His legs are literally on the line here, but Zhao Gong just stares, asking him to speak Chinese. The guy has no idea about the regression system, so Lu Chenwen tries another tactic. He offers his limited edition Porsche 911 in exchange for everyone avoiding Long Aotian like the plague. Yes, a literal limited edition supercar. Zhao Gong instantly switches up, kissing up and saying even heaven and earth cannot match young Master Lu's kindness. He swears his life belongs to the boss now, and he will literally go through fire and water for him. Lu Chenwen tells him to shut up and go buy some high-end gifts for a hospital visit. Zhao Gong hypes him up and runs off to get the car ready. Lu Chenwen is relieved. As long as his brainless lackeys don't cause trouble, he might actually survive. He visits Grandpa Chen at the hospital, checking in on the old man's health. Grandpa Chen complains that Lu Chenwen forgot about him, but Lu Chenwen plays the sweet grandson. He promises to take him fishing, but in his mind, he is desperately trying to escape before the protagonist arrives. He does not want to be a side character in Long Aotian's hype scene, so he makes an excuse to leave. But the old man grabs his hand, telling him to stay. Lu Chenwen is sweating bullets, begging him to let go. He is screaming internally because the plot timing is ticking and the protagonist is coming. Right on cue, the butler announces that the young mistress of the Shu family has arrived with a divine doctor. Lu Chenwen is losing his mind. This trash system is literally playing him because this event was supposed to happen later. The plot has sped up and he didn't even get a chance to run. Talk about a rigged game. At this point, he just wants the heavens to strike him down. Grandpa Chen is confused since Xuejiao was already a genius doctor. He tells them to enter anyway. Lu Chenwen tries to make one final run for it, but Grandpa Chen refuses to let him leave. And then, boom, the door opens and the main characters walk in. The female lead instantly spots Lu Chenwen and calls him out for trying to ditch his grandfather. He is sweating like crazy. He knows the protagonist is probably planning 10 different ways to fold him. But then, his inner monologue gets completely sidetracked by how insanely gorgeous the female lead looks in her white socks. Suddenly, she stops and glares at him. He is confused because he did not say a word out loud. She calls him a pervert, but his friend tries to defend him, leaving her wondering if she is hearing things. Little does she know, his inner voice is still casually hyping up her perfect figure. Look at that pretty face, top-tier beauty. No wonder the protagonist Long Aotian has all the luck, already bagging another girl for his harem. What nonsense are you spewing now? But wait, he didn't actually open his mouth. No way, where is that voice coming from? It is not coming from her ears. It is echoing directly inside her brain. Turns out she can hear his inner thoughts. Now she wants to see what else he is hiding. Xuejiao assures Grandpa Chen that it is just some blocked blood vessels, and she can clear them with silver needles. But of course, the arrogant Long Aotian interrupts, claiming things are definitely not that simple. Chen Mohuan introduces him. This is his good friend Long Aotian, whom he specially invited to treat Grandpa. Xuejiao is not buying it. She knows every famous doctor in the north and has never heard of this guy. Grandpa's health is no joke, Chen Mohuan. She warns her brother not to trust random strangers, but Long Aotian just smirks, telling her not to look down on hidden masters. He boldly claims that in the entire country, he is the only one who can cure Grandpa Chen. Talk about main character syndrome. This is the moment Lu Chengwen's inner voice starts commentating. He thinks here comes the classic medical showdown. The girl fails, the hero saves the day, and boom, instant harem. He complains in his head that Xuejiao will mess up, Long Aotian will sweep in, and their bickering will just turn into cheesy flirting. And then she falls for him and joins his harem. Hearing this, Xuejiao snaps and yells at Lu Chengwen to shut his mouth. But Lu Chengwen is totally confused. He points out he is just standing there and didn't say a single word. She insists it was him, but Lu Chengwen swears on his life that his mouth was closed the entire time. Frustrated, Xuejiao demands absolute silence while she performs acupuncture. Lu Chengwen just sighs in his head. What a feisty girl.
He thinks to himself that her technique is great, but she is playing it too safe by bypassing two critical acupuncture points.
If she skips this, Grandpa Chen is literally going to die, setting up the perfect moment for Long Aotian to show off. Then she will be so amazed she will cry and beg to marry him. Honestly, why do all the female leads end up like this?
Hearing his thoughts, Xuejiao is stunned. She realizes he actually knows medicine and even recognized her secret technique. She admittingly bypassed them because they were too risky, but suddenly, Grandpa Chen starts seizing up.
She is shocked that Grandpa Chen is still breathing. No way! How did Lu Chengwen do that? How did he dare to use the death acupoints? His precision is literally on another level.
Lu Chengwen notices Long Aotian trying to sneakily flick the needle to ruin the treatment. He thinks, this guy is so cheap, I cannot let him win.
To stop him, Lu Chengwen throws himself at him, screaming his name. It is so chaotic.
Long Aotian is extremely confused. Lu Chengwen quickly covers up, saying he just found him too handsome to look away. That is hilarious. Grandpa Chen finally opens his eyes. He thanks Xuejiao, feeling much better now. Long Aotian is absolutely fuming. Lu Chengwen ruined his entire plan to show off and win the girl.
Lu Chengwen realizes he is in deep trouble. He decides he needs to get out of there immediately. Having ruined Long Aotian's plans, he has got everyone glaring at him. Time to run! 36 stratagems, running is the best.
Looking back, Xuejiao thinks he is actually quite brave, even if his inner thoughts are a bit wild. If he had not stepped in, she would have totally fallen into Long Aotian's trap.
Suddenly, his assistant rushes in, saying there is a massive emergency at the pharmaceutical factory.
Lu Chengwen is shocked. He quickly tells Grandpa Chen to rest up while he goes to handle this sudden crisis. He promises to visit again soon, and the old man tells him to go ahead and handle his business. Finally, he is out of that room. Those death glares from Long Aotian and Chen Mohuan were no joke.
He demands to know what is going on at the factory, but his assistant tells him to get in the car first.
Just as they are about to leave, someone yells for Lu Chengwen to stop. Oh great, who is it now?
Shouldn't Long Aotian be in the hospital bonding with the girls? Why is the plot completely falling apart?
He complains that none of the harem members are following the script, and they are all chasing after him instead.
She asks why he is in such a rush, and if there is trouble at the factory. Lu Chengwen tries to play it cool. He assures Sister Xuejiao that everything is under control. But in his head, he is screaming for her to let him go. He wishes she would just get to the point, because he is literally in a massive hurry right now. He has so much on his plate with Long Aotian, Leng Qingqiu, and the factory, he does not have time for any of this.
Seriously, every single one of those issues is way more important than some random drama.
But of course, things just keep getting worse. Oh great, here comes Brother Long. Lu Chengwen immediately tries to explain that it is not what it looks like. He tells Brother Long he arrived at the perfect time and that Sister Xuejiao is actually a huge fan of his medical skills. He suggests they grab coffee to chat, then claims he has a major emergency and runs. He is like, I can only help you guys this far. He wishes them a happy marriage and hopes they never cross paths with him again.
But Xuejiao holds him back, asking Brother Lu not to leave, claiming they always hugged before parting since they were kids. He begs her to stop joking around, but this girl is just
playing him. She knows he is terrified of Long Aotian and is actively trying to ruin him. So petty!
Seriously, she is no sweet innocent girl. She is a straight-up little devil. And what does she mean by always
hugging? She is trying to get him killed here. So what if they hug? She even barks at Long Aotian, asking how a security guard dares to butt in, forcing Lu Chengwen to play it off as a joke. But she refuses to let him off, claiming that ever since her 8th birthday party,
would always pull her into a corner for kisses and hugs. He even promised to become a doctor just to give her physical exams, and she almost believed him.
Honestly, her acting is next level. She belongs in Hollywood. Who would expect such a sweet face to hide
such a dark soul? He feels like Long Aotian and his harem are his ultimate curse. She threatens that if he does not hug her, he
is not leaving today. Talk about zero chill. Then she
What do you mean, Lu Chengwen? No, wait, my leg just cramped up.
The guy scrambles away, claiming his factory is in deep trouble, while secretly swearing to destroy the main character later.
He is totally toast. Meanwhile, Long Aotian asks Xuejiao if she is okay, swearing he will make that bastard Lu Chengwen pay. She warns him that Lu is the most powerful heir in town, but Long Aotian laughs, calling the elite families mere ants. Honestly, he is built different. He promises that as long as he is around, nobody can ever touch her. But she just rolls her eyes, leaving him alone with his massive ego. Back at the office, Lu Chengwen is absolutely losing his mind because Long Aotian almost ended him right there. His loyal lackey promises to bring dozens of guys to break the protagonist's legs and throw him out of the city. But Lu Chengwen screams at him to stop, demanding to know why nobody listens when he says not to mess with that guy. The lackey points out that Xuejiao seemed totally into him, but Lu Chengwen snaps at him to shut his mouth.
No shot she actually likes him.
She wants him dead. The lackey jokes about it, but Lu Chengwen demands they focus on actual business.
The lackey explains that the factory is in deep trouble because a corrupt manager cut corners on precious ingredients to save money.
Since it is just traditional medicine, he figured it would not kill anyone, but the chief inspector resigned to blow the whistle. He thinks they should just ship the bad medicine anyway and pay off the inspector.
A payoff of 10 or 20 million should do it, or they can just make him disappear forever. Eavesdropping outside, Xuejiao is absolutely disgusted that Lu Chengwen would do something so evil.
Other people might fear his family, but she is determined to expose all of this villain's dark secrets.
Plot twist incoming.
The lackey pleads that they cannot destroy the batch because it costs $600 million, and doing so would ruin their reputation. But Lu Chengwen snaps back, demanding to know if money is more important than human lives. Substandard medicine is a hard no.
If these meds can't ship, who's taking the fall? Stock crash, sales tanking? Honestly, nobody can shoulder a disaster this massive.
Talk about terrible timing. Long Aotian's drama isn't even resolved, and now the factory is completely ruined. The trash system is out here rewriting the entire plot again. Classic webtoon move, but at least there's no Long Aotian here, so he can finally breathe. The only real mystery left is why that annoying girl, Xuejiao, is suddenly trying to get him killed.
Xuejiao arrives right on cue, letting Chengwen know she's fully aware of the disaster and asking him how he plans to handle it.
His solution? Fake the shipping, pull his shares, and ghost her forever. He's finally gonna get his freedom! This guy genuinely thinks he's a genius as he tells Xuejiao that this batch of medicine is way too expensive.
So cutting some corners is no big deal since it's just herbal medicine and won't kill anyone.
But if they destroy it and the regulators investigate, they're cooked. They'd have to hold a massive press conference to apologize. The factory would go bankrupt and the stock would tank. So why not just silence everyone and sell it secretly? He's literally begging her to call him a heartless monster and oppose the plan.
Seriously, he's just waiting for her to disagree so he can say he respects her opinion, take his money, and run away forever.
But the female lead isn't playing along at all. She smiles and tells him that Brother Chengwen is totally right and they need his leadership. She completely agrees with his corrupt scheme. He's absolutely baffled and asks if she misheard him about relabeling and selling bad drugs, but she just nods. Ain't no way. What happened to the saintly female lead who cares about patients? Did her brain literally short-circuit? He frantically begs her to rethink. He reminds her that this is actual medicine. If it's substandard, thousands of sick people are gonna suffer because of their greed. But she is cold as ice, claiming that if patients suffer, it's just their bad luck. She demands the contract so she can sign it immediately. She wants everything shipped nationwide within 3 days. Lu Chengwen instantly panics and screams at her not to sign, making her completely confused. He's totally defeated, telling her to stop calling him brother because she's the real boss now. Alright, so next we see them at a club where some guy tells Sally to pour the boss a juice to sober him up. Another girl brings a microphone, hyping up young Master Lu's amazing voice to blow everyone away, but he just tells them to quiet down. He just wants some space to chat with his best friend. His buddy asks what's wrong, and Lu Chengwen drops a massive bomb. He's about to get engaged to Leng Qingqiu. His friend thinks he's lost his mind. Like, what does she even have going for her? They've been partying together since college, but Lu Chengwen admits he's got nothing else to do since actual work just makes him sleepy.
So he just wastes his days. His friend calls him out, but he's proud of being a professional slacker while his sister makes the big bucks. He can't even run a PPT slideshow anyway.
His friend asks why he stopped chasing his sister, who was his childhood sweetheart, to go after Leng Qingqiu instead. Lu Chengwen just glares, asking how he even has the nerve to mention her. His friend defends himself, saying that if Lu Chengwen actually put any of that effort into his sister, they'd practically be family by now. But Lu Chengwen brings up their past misunderstanding. He tried explaining back then, but she didn't believe a single word.
Besides, he says it's not all his fault. Back in college, his friend was the one constantly dragging him to wild parties to network. He was literally told to gain experience so he wouldn't look like a fool in front of his sister later. Talk about a complete backfire.
His friend laughs, calling him truly hopeless, while Lu Chengwen sighs, joking he should have been an actor since he plays a useless rich heir so perfectly.
Lu Chengwen, what is the meaning of this?
Suddenly, a furious female voice cuts through. She demands to know why he chased her for 3 years and then just ghosted her without a word.
Now she can't even find his shadow, and she's determined to see exactly what he's busy with. Lu Chengwen panics and orders the staff to blast the music as loud as possible. His friend is totally confused, but he whispers that he's losing his mind because Leng Qingqiu is calling. He needs her to think he's a total degenerate, so she'll finally call off their engagement. He screams for everyone to party harder and crank the volume.
Over the deafening music, he pretends he can't hear a thing while the girls around him scream for him to put down his phone.
He yells into the phone that he's way too busy right now, telling President Lang they should catch up some other time. But Leng Qingqiu immediately orders her assistants to track his location. Meanwhile, Lu Chengwen is celebrating, convinced she's going to dump him tomorrow. His friend praises his big brain move, but suddenly a bodyguard runs in. President Lang is already in the elevator. The guard asks if they should hide the girls, but Lu Chengwen says no way. He wants them to make it look even more scandalous.
He starts belting out a ridiculous song to show off his charm when suddenly the music cuts out. He's about to complain when he looks up.
It's his gorgeous fiancée, Leng Qingqiu. He tries to play it cool, inviting her to sit down and sing a duet, but her stare is absolutely freezing. He laughs it off, saying men just need a little fun. Secretly, Leng Qingqiu is thinking about how he always used to chase her, but now she's the one looking for him.
She coldly tells him to follow her, fully expecting him to obey. But he stands his ground, claiming he's an independent man who can hang out with whoever he wants.
He asks if she's mad, boldly suggesting they just call off the engagement right here. He's low-key begging her to lose her temper and dump him. In his head, he's screaming for her to finally throw the ring in his face and leave. He's literally imagining her splashing beer on his face, calling him an absolute jerk, and calling the whole wedding off. But instead of exploding, she gently sighs, saying she was just worried because drinking so much is bad for his health. He's completely flabbergasted.
He panics, telling her to stay back. She completely ignores his dramatic playboy act, telling the host she's taking him home because they need to talk.
What is wrong with these female leads? First, Xuejiao goes wild, and now Leng Qingqiu is possessed too? He just wanted to be a quiet little villain and survive. Is it really that hard to just go our separate ways and never see each other again? Do you really want me to leave that badly? She hates being associated with him so much that she is actually going through with it. If you want me to calm down, fine, then drink this up. You want me to stop being angry? Then go ahead and drink it. Lu Chengwen thinks there is no way Leng Qingqiu is actually going to do it. She never drinks, gets knocked out by one cup, and has crazy high pride. She absolutely won't drink. Once she refuses and storms out, their engagement is automatically canceled. It is the perfect plan. But wait, did he go too far? Because she has never suffered this kind of humiliation before. He simped for her for 3 years, but tells himself to wake up. If he softens now, he is dead. Staying strong is his only option. If she does not drink, she is just disrespecting him. No one in Xuejiao dares to mess with him, so she better refuse and walk away.
But she actually drinks it? Bro, he immediately panics and begs her to stop. He is literally begging her to slap him instead of chugging the cup.
This is wild. He only wanted to force her away, not actually make her drink. Leng Qingqiu slurs if he is finally satisfied, before instantly losing her balance. He catches her and says he will take her home so they can talk. Feeling like an absolute jerk for pushing her this far, he wonders how things went so wrong. He is beating himself up, admitting he is a terrible person.
Yeah, he is definitely not human.
Her assistant steps in, asking to take President Leng home instead. Lu Chengwen admits he messed up today, but promises he won't hurt her. He just wants a chance to make things right, but she tells them all to go away. Even though she claims she is fine, her assistant is still pretty worried. Drunk Leng Qingqiu giggles and shoves them all away. Lu Chengwen helps her into the car, gently asking if she is feeling any better. His driver is completely amazed, thinking this push and pull tactic is absolutely genius. But Lu Chengwen snaps back. He is literally just taking care of a girl he hurt. He has zero dirty thoughts, because even as a villain, he has some standards. Plus, she is the main protagonist's girl. Touching her means instant game over. Then his phone rings. Another female lead wants him to come to the factory. He is exhausted. Can a villain not get a single break from this plot? Lu Chengwen tells her to stay away, but she completely refuses to listen. Swearing to see this through, Lu Chengwen refuses to let anyone frame him this time. Honestly, this whole situation is turning into a total mess. He tells his driver Zhao Gang to just head straight back home. When the driver asks about a hotel, Lu Chengwen snaps to just go home. Suddenly, the system alerts him that the main protagonist, Long Aotian, is already on his way to rescue the girl. Talk about a plot twist. He didn't even do anything bad, yet the main character is hunting him down. He rants about the author lacking brains for writing such a crazy plot. The villain did not even do anything, so why is the hero starting trouble? Asking if he will make a move, the system is ignored because he is too busy destroying 600 million in defective inventory. He does not have time for that, but the system completely misinterprets his words. It thinks he is deliberately targeting both girls to increase the main character's rescue difficulty. He snaps back that he is absolutely not targeting anyone. So Lu Chengwen decides to play it safe by burning defective medicine, but the system complains that it makes for a boring story. The system wants him active so the hero's plot can actually start. But he is like, bro, I have already died 6 times and each death was absolutely brutal. Can I please just survive? I am not touching these girls, so let them fall for Long Aotian instead. Why are they even hovering around me? Everything here is real, and they cannot control the female leads. All they can do is give him overpowered gift packs. If this world is real, he must have messed up big time.
He tried to break the engagement with Leng Qingqiu, but she refused and even came to find him.
As for Xuejiao, he only saved her from a dirty plot. Meanwhile, the system reminds him that if he survives today, he gets a massive first-day gift pack. This system is literally a walking cheat code. The bedroom is set. His assistant assures him that the guest room is ready and she is finally awake. But Lu Chengwen is just done. Honestly, he is ready to just wing it at this point. At least he did some good by destroying the bad batch of medicine before anyone got hurt. Even if Long Aotian folds him tomorrow, today was absolutely worth it.
The heroine spying on him thinks he is acting like a melancholic prince. She is low-key falling for him.
She cannot believe she is actually finding this idiot attractive. Just then, the assistant reports that $637 million worth of bad medicine has been completely destroyed. Man, I am exhausted. Master Zhang admits he thought Lu Chengwen was just putting on a show, but he actually destroyed everything. Praising his insane courage, the old man thanks him on behalf of all the patients.
He is no hero.
But the old man laughs and tells him to call whenever he needs help. I am completely wiped out. Suddenly, Master Zhang offers to resign tomorrow so Lu Chengwen does not have to worry. Lu Chengwen stops him right away, knowing the master feels responsible for the massive financial loss. Master Zhang is the backbone here, and he just saved everyone from a major crisis. Without him, who will keep things in check? Who will look out for the patients who actually need safe medicine? The old master is deeply touched, unable to believe the notorious young master is actually this genuine. Lu Chengwen tells him to stop the emotional talk and just rest.
Xuejiao smiles, calling him Brother Chenwen and asking to grab breakfast since the sun is already up.
But Lu Chengwen wants to draw the line right now. He demands they completely cut ties after tomorrow's launch, trading shares so they never have to see each other.
She has had guys chasing her all her life. Why does he hate her?
No one has ever dared to speak to her like that. She wonders why he suddenly finds her so annoying.
Lu Chengwen does not care. He just bids her a cold goodbye and heads out.
This only makes her more determined to pester him to death. Reverse psychology at its finest, guys.
Later that night, Lu Chengwen wakes up and feels something incredibly soft next to him.
He is losing his mind. He spent the entire day avoiding flags only to get set up in his sleep.
Talk about bullying an honest villain. The aggro is rising fast. If the overpowered main character Long Aotian sees them like this, he will literally scatter Lu Chengwen's ashes. He screams for help inside his head as she snuggles closer. And right on cue, the door opens. Yeah, he has got some serious explaining to do. Look, he didn't do a single thing. She drank way too much last night, threw up everywhere, and he didn't recognize any of her goons. He couldn't just hand her over to random thugs, so he had to bring her back to his place to crash in the guest room.
He begs her to say something because she is low-key terrifying him, but honestly, he has no clue why she ended up in his room.
He was just so exhausted. His eyes were literally glued shut, fell asleep instantly, and must have stumbled into the wrong room by mistake. She cold-facedly tells him she needs to get ready and kicks him out, which he gladly does immediately.
Bro literally just survived an encounter with the Ice Queen Qingqiu, and honestly, she is way more reasonable than the rumors say. Meanwhile, she is low-key reading his mind this entire time. If he had actually tried anything, he would have been history. Thrown straight out the window. Just then, his parents show up. He greets his aunt, smelling the amazing breakfast, and begs for a bowl of porridge because he is absolutely starving. But his dad looks absolutely furious and demands to know where he was last night.
He tries to shift the blame to Lu Chengwei, saying that idiot screwed up at the medicine factory and should be banned from the place.
His dad screams that he does not care about losing millions. He wants to know what he did to Qingqiu. Dad pulls out a shoe to beat him, refusing to listen to any explanations until he gets a solid beating first. He accuses his son of using cheap tricks on his own fiancée, completely ignoring the poor guy begging for mercy.
It was all a massive misunderstanding.
His dad is not buying it at all, and our main character is just crying, wondering why he is always the punching bag. He is over 20 years old, and he is still getting spanked. His aunt Guangheng tries to stop the beating because it is embarrassing in front of guests, just as Qingqiu walks in. Everyone immediately treats her like royalty, sitting her down for breakfast while Lu Chengwen dies of embarrassment in the corner.
His mom warmly asks if she slept well after last night.
She promises to beat him up if he ever steps out of line, but Qingqiu actually steps up to clear his name.
She explained she drank too much and Lu Chengwen did not lay a finger on her.
He celebrates getting cleared, but his dad instantly shuts him down, calling him a little brat who still dares to talk back. They tell Qingqiu to ignore the clowns and enjoy the Cantonese feast they specially hired a master chef to cook for her. They serve her fresh crab porridge made with top-tier Yangcheng Lake crabs flown in fresh this morning. There is even roasted goose made to taste exactly like her hometown recipe. Now this is low-key heartbreaking. Look at how she reacts to real parental love for the first time. They do not care about her status as a CEO. They just love her, making her low-key jealous of Lu Chengwen. But when the poor guy asks for a bite, his dad instantly tells him to get lost. His mom laughs and says to ignore him, promising that Lu Chengwen is actually a good kid deep down, despite his goofy behavior. They regret not being around during his college years, but they assure her she has nothing to worry about now. If he ever acts up again, they will personally grab a stick and beat him to a pulp. Qingqiu actually apologizes for her past cold attitude, but they wave it off like the sweetest parents ever. They tell her to eat before it gets cold, leaving Lu Chengwen questioning if he is adopted. Meanwhile, a certain villain is absolutely seething after losing 600 million yuan because of our boy. Just then, the system drops a massive cheat code package for surviving the first day of his broken engagement. Finally, his cheat system has activated, and the rewards are about to be absolutely cracked. Our villain plans to find a quiet spot to open his loot boxes before going back to destroy Lu Chengwen.
Alright, so this is where the author absolutely cooked. Check out this system poll.
He rages at the system, demanding actual cheat skills to counter the overpowered protagonist, Long Aotian.
He is begging for something useful, and luckily, the real god-tier rewards are up next. He pulls a temporary invincibility shield, and honestly, that is the ultimate survival cheat code right there! With this escape skill, he is ready to run circles around the protagonist, while back at home, Qingqiu prepares to leave.
His dad tells him to give her a ride, but Lu Chengwen tells her to just order a taxi.
The threat of a locksmith works instantly. He panics, yells, "Wait!" and promises to bring it out right now.
His butler asks which supercar they are taking today, but our main character surprises him by picking his dad's old, low-profile ride.
The butler complains it does not match his high status, but Chengwen just wants the keys. Honestly, he just wants to survive.
Meanwhile, the female lead, Leng Qingqiu, is totally in denial, making excuses to ride with him just to see what he's planning. He used to chase her everywhere, but now he treats her like the plague. She finally snaps and asks why he hates her.
Chengwen pulls out his classic playboy laugh, claiming the entire city already knows how much he absolutely adores her.
She demands to know if he has met someone else.
Qingqiu is seriously hurt, demanding to know who could possibly beat her and become his new favorite girl. So Chengwen lays his cards on the table, asking if she even wants this arranged marriage. She admits she does not like him and actually hates him.
He says exactly, since she hates him and does not want the marriage, why even bother getting engaged at all?
He offers to take all the blame and call it off, but she still demands to know why.
He laughs it off, saying playboys change their minds all the time, but she just wants a name.
Right on cue, another female lead, Xuejiao, calls him.
She teases him about being exhausted last night, and honestly, the flirting here is crazy.
She tells him to hurry over for the new product launch because they still need to review the presentation script together.
Chengwen is finally done with this call.
Back in her car, Qingqiu is absolutely fuming at this jerk. But then she stops.
She is supposed to hate him, so why is she so incredibly mad that he is chasing someone else now?
She complains that Xuejiao is not even that special. She's just really good at acting cute.
She is furious that he has not even tried to chase after her yet. She says she might forgive him a little, but then snaps, asking why he is calling her now.
But Chengwen tells her to just call her assistant because he is actually in a rush to get to his launch event.
And then he just leaves. She screams in rage, promising she will absolutely never talk to this jerk again.
Meanwhile, Chengwen is celebrating, thinking he is a genius for successfully dodging one of the female leads.
He is thrilled that Xuejiao called at the perfect moment, ensuring Qingqiu will hate his guts forever. Now all he has to do is handle Xuejiao to survive in peace. Plus, the main character is currently grounded. Talk about a peak life. Pure victory. President Li, an employee nervously hands over some files, promising to fix any mistakes right away. Chengwen approves it easily and tells everyone to leave, except for his assistant, Han. The employees scurry out, gossiping about how stressed their boss seems today. Chengwen looks at Han and remembers that his past self used to bully her constantly, leaving her completely traumatized. In the original story, he tried to assault her, but the main character showed up and literally broke both his legs. He shudders, terrified of losing his legs. But get this, she can actually hear his thoughts, realizing he is thinking about her mother's illness and her future savior, Aotian. She is supposed to end up with the hero, but she notices Chengwen is acting surprisingly gentle and respectful today.
He tells her not to be nervous.
Chengwen internally pities her, wondering if he should help her cure her sick mother, but he quickly stops himself. That is the hero's job, to save her, so he decides he should fire her instead. Hearing this, Han absolutely panics. He quickly backtracks, realizing she needs this job, so he keeps her around. He plans to keep her until the main character arrives to save her, feeling pretty guilty for his past actions.
Han is completely shocked as she hears his thoughts. It turns out he actually feels really guilty and cares about her.
She wonders why he is suddenly acting so sweet and how he knows so much about her future savior.
Wait, the original script says the main character Long Aotian only shows up after Lu Chengwen harasses Zhang Shihan.
If he does not bully her, the hero won't appear, meaning her sick mom won't get cured, so to save her.
Essentially, he literally has to act like a beast and get his own legs brutally broken by the main character. He is mentally apologizing to his legs, crying because they are about to get absolutely folded. Desperately screaming inside to save his legs, Shihan is right there, listening to his inner monologue in pure shock. She is like, wait, is this dude actually willing to get his leg shattered just to save my mom?
Then our genius villain gets a brain blast. If he just does nothing, the protagonist will naturally find a way to save her. No broken legs, and she still gets saved. Absolute genius. So he walks up to Xian, trying to act casual. He tells her not to be nervous.
Awkwardly laughing, he admits he feels pretty bad about how he treated her before.
Shihan immediately panics, begging him to scold her instead of firing her. He scrambles, saying it is his fault and she shouldn't forgive him. Wait, actually, she should. No, wait, she needs to hate him or the original novel's plot will literally break.
His brain is short-circuiting. He just sighs and says he knows she has had a rough time. So, starting today,
instead of listening, she immediately begs him not to fire her.
She cries that her sick mom really needs the expensive medicine and she will do anything.
Promising to work twice as hard and do whatever he wants, she begs to keep her job. He freaks out and tells her not to kneel, explaining that he is actually doubling her salary.
she still begs him to hit or scold her instead, leaving him completely exasperated.
Just as he is struggling to explain, the wealthy heiress Xuejiao walks in with a smirk. She mocks the romantic mood, but Leng Qingqiu is secretly thrilled she arrived at the perfect moment. His inner thoughts are wild. He hopes she gets jealous, takes Shihan away, and saves his legs. He calls himself a total genius, but Xuejiao hears his thoughts and is ready to completely ruin his plans. Shihan also hears his thoughts and realizes he is trying to save her. Meanwhile, Leng Qingqiu tries to act tough. He claims she must satisfy his demands, but Xuejiao just giggles and says she loves his dominant side. Utterly confused because she was supposed to play the hero here, he tells Shihan to go to his villa. Claiming it is a special reward for her hard work, he tries to sound like a classic villain. Shihan immediately agrees, but then wonders why on earth she is nodding along. While she questions her life choices, Xuejiao smirks and tells him to have a good time tonight. Agreeing to go, she leaves Leng Qingqiu completely speechless. He screams internally, wondering where the female lead's sense of justice went. She was supposed to yell at him and buy Shihan out of her contract. With the script ruined, he tries to salvage the situation and turns to her. He directly asks if she knows why Shihan is so submissive, explaining that her mom is sick. Mentioning that the medical bills are millions a year, he explains why she never fights back. Gloating that this is the ultimate weakness of human nature, he tries to act like a true scumbag. But Xuejiao just nods dismissively, completely ignoring his evil villain speech. Frustrated, he drops another hint, saying if someone were to step up, by offering her $120,000 a month, they could easily save her.
He dramatically asks where they could possibly find such a generous savior.
She says she has no idea, completely dodging his painfully obvious bait. Losing his patience, he flat out tells her that she should be the one to pay her. This way, she and her mom can live comfortably without being bullied by a terrible boss like him. But she just calmly rejects the offer, leaving him absolutely dumbfounded. He says she is a merciful doctor, but she secretly thinks it is too expensive just to watch his legs get broken. Paying $1 million for a secretary? Honestly, only you would pull a move like that. This author's brain is straight up fried. What kind of bizarre female lead is this? Too expensive to save? No way! Long Aotian only disappears for a day. He will be back tomorrow. Honestly, these two women are ticking time bombs. He has to get rid of them immediately. Sister Xuejiao, you gotta understand, I'm literally the bad guy here. Look at me. I'm evil. Help me out. Can you just hire her for 80 or 100,000? Even 50,000 works. If that's too much, just hire her. I'll secretly pay her salary. You won't spend a single cent and you get a super capable secretary. That's a steal. Oh, I get it. You're blackmailing me. Blackmail you? For what? She works, I pay. What do I gain? You definitely want to plant an industrial spy next to me. Don't think I'm that gullible. I'm actually genius level smart. Dude, are you stupid? Even if she's a spy. Put her in the warehouse to guard the gate. No core secrets. I make medicine. My employees have to be reliable. Just look at how submissive she acts. She looks shady. You don't know her. She's literally the most amazing girl ever. She dropped out as a teen just to work.
She came to work for me even knowing I'm a spoiled playboy, just because she heard it paid well. 5 years with me, 0 mistakes. Every time I made things hard for her, she swallowed her pride just to pay your mom's bills.
Everyone gossiped about her. She never defended herself.
No new clothes, just work and mom. Is she really bad? Why am I getting so worked up? That is literal hero dialogue. Why is our villain playboy playing the savior? Talk about an accidental confession. She heard the whole thing, and her heart is officially melted.
Brother Chengwen, the press conference is about to start. I will go get things ready.
Get out of here, you little demon. And now the company expresses its deepest regrets.
Oh man, it's over. The stock price is about to tank so hard.
But it's fine, as long as he survives. Lost money doesn't matter. Thank you, press. President Liu, is this fake medicine incident really just an isolated case? Can you actually look us in the eye and guarantee that all your past and future products are safe? Sorry, today's conference has no Q&A. If there were issues in the past, we wouldn't just be holding one conference today. If there are future issues, we will hold another. I can't guarantee manufacturing will always be perfect, but I promise that if any issue comes up, we will destroy them. All of them. Ethics over profits always. President Liu, we heard that next month, you are getting engaged to President Leng of Chengwen Group, using family power to force them. Is that true? Some say this whole product destruction is just a massive PR stunt. What is your response? Crap, another one of Long Aotian harem girls. Am I just greedy for profit? Only time will tell. That concludes today's press conference. Damn him. Why are his women everywhere? Our boy is literally praying they do not see him because he knows he messed up big time in the past. He feels too ashamed to face his ex and thinks they should just move on, but she is secretly wondering if she is still hooked. They had been broken up for 3 years already, but then Xuejiao spots him. She tells her friend not to call him, even though he looked super familiar. Turns out it is President Liu, and she asks if he changed his style lately. She says it looks pretty good, but the vibe is immediately awkward. He laughs it off and apologizes, saying he was too lost in thought to notice her. He asks if she has eaten yet, and she says yes and asks him back. He says he ate too, while internally screaming at Xuejiao for being a total troublemaker. He is dying of embarrassment inside, but cannot help thinking how gorgeous Chen Mengyun has gotten. He regrets how things ended back then, but then she suddenly asks what he just said. He panics and insists he did not say a single word. Xuejiao realizes the plot twist. She is not the only one who can hear his inner thoughts. This is actually crazy, so he tries to make a quick escape by saying he has an urgent meeting. He promises to catch up another day, but Xuejiao tells him to wait and chat. She asks if it is true that he is getting engaged to Sister Chengqiu next month. He curses her in his mind, but his ex-girlfriend politely offers her congratulations. He downplays it immediately, saying nothing is set in stone yet. He points out that Chengqiu absolutely despises him, so he tries to leave them to chat. He excuses himself and they agree to catch up some other time. His inner voice kicks in, apologizing for being a terrible boyfriend in the past. He genuinely wishes her happiness from the bottom of his heart. Xuejiao sighs about how perfect they used to be and how the whole school was jealous. She calls him out for being a player who broke her heart, but then he gets interrupted. His secretary Zhang Shihan runs up crying, saying her mother is in critical condition and might not make it. Our guy is completely shocked because this makes 0 sense. According to the novel plot, she is supposed to be cured, so he tells her not to panic. He tells her to get to the hospital immediately while he figures something out.
She keeps thanking President Liu as she rushes off.
He demands his system show up and explain what is going on with Zhang Shihan's mom. The system explains that her mother suffers from a rare genetic disease. Right now, she is experiencing a sudden attack, and her life is on the line. He snaps that he already knew she was sick, but wants to know why she is dying today. The system points out she was supposed to be cured today, but he used a cheat card. Since he sealed the main character, Long Aotian, he is completely dumbfounded. He realizes that by banishing the overpowered main character, he accidentally sentenced her mother to death. He begs the system to cancel the card and let the guy go save her. He urges them to hurry, but the system calmly says, sorry.
Apparently, the item cannot be recalled once used, even if a life is at stake.
He argues that the poor girl is crying her eyes out, but the cold system does not care.
It tells him to just stay away from her if he finds the crying too noisy.
He absolutely loses his mind and curses out his own system. He calls Qingqiu, who asks if he is showing off, but he desperately begs for the bodyguard's number. He clarifies it is for the bodyguard, desperately begging her to help. He tells her it is a life-or-death situation, and that the guy used to work at her company.
He desperately needs a way to contact him, asking who's actually sick.
It turns out to be his secretary Jiang Shihan's mother, and only Long Aotian can save her.
But wait, isn't Xuejiao literally a miracle doctor? Why not just ask her instead?
You have no idea how petty she is. Honestly, she's probably praying for my downfall right now. He tries tracking him down, but his phone is dead. Damn it, where does this guy even live?
Why not just send a search party? Turns out he's already got guys camping outside his house.
But he's nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, President Zhao's shady team just rolled into the meeting room. The contract is ready, but Zhao is running late. What a classic villain move.
Alright, so normally the main character would save the day, but our boy Leng Qingqiu literally locked him up.
Talk about terrible timing. He only put the main character in timeout for one single day. Now the sky is falling. He knows this contract is actually a massive conspiracy. How does Leng Qingqiu even know about this? Plus, he's not even trying to take the credit.
He actually wants to hand the glory to Long Aotian, warning Qingqiu that she cannot sign this.
He begs her to delay the signing until tomorrow. She thinks he's absolutely joking. You don't just postpone a multi-million-dollar deal on a whim, but Zhao is a total fraud. He warns her the project is a massive trap. Naturally, she asks for some hard evidence. He's got zero proof to back it up, begging her to just trust him this once. What is he supposed to say? Hey, I transmigrated into this novel and read the script? The epic hero saves the beauty moment is about to be ruined. How could he lie?
He insists she can't sign today, but she stubbornly refuses to believe his baseless warnings. She orders Han Yu to get the finance department ready to transfer the funds immediately. He asks if he's ever lied to her. She just gives him the ultimate side-eye.
Okay, fair point. He rarely tells the truth, but this time he genuinely wants to protect her. She tells him to stop getting in the way of her profits. Zhao is just a minor villain. Honestly, I love this part. He's a top-tier villain, and he's about to show this low-tier scammer who's boss. Time to show them what happens when a real top-tier villain decides to play dirty. If this deal goes through, he'll eat his own shoe. Meanwhile, Zhao is busy buttering up President Leng. Zhao urges her to sign, hyping up their fake win-win partnership. This guy is so slick.
She politely apologizes for the delay, and Zhao tells her to take one last look.
She brushes it off, ready to sign the paperwork right then and there.
Wow, he looks incredibly cool. That badass gangster aura of his is 100 times better than any simp. He slams the door open, making her gasp while Zhao asks who the hell this is. Zhao complains about his lack of manners, but Leng Qingqiu is not here to play nice.
He calls Zhao over. The scammer instantly panics, claiming it is all just a big misunderstanding.
Anyone pushing a fake contract is an enemy of the Lu family. Do they understand? Zhao tries to pour him a drink to de-escalate, but Leng Qingqiu points at his suit. This custom suit is worth $800,000. Zhao realizes he's getting extorted by a villain. Leng Qingqiu asks his bodyguards if this guy counts as an enemy. They nod. Yep, definitely an enemy. He starts throwing hands, asking if Zhao still wants to sign or extort him. Qingqiu finally steps in, telling him to stop kicking before Zhao literally breaks. Zhao begs for mercy, promising not to sign. Leng Qingqiu smugly boasts about how cool he is.
She rolls her eyes and tells him to stop showing off before she gets actually mad. She asks him how he knew the contract was a scam in the first place. They should not have let Zhao walk away so easily. Now she demands the truth.
She is absolutely fuming at this point. Fine, if you want to play dumb. Do not ever show up in front of me again, which honestly sounds like a complete win for our main character. He is literally celebrating. Great, now let us officially call off the engagement.
Have you actually told your parents yet? We need this settled right now.
Yeah, she told them all right, but they scheduled the engagement for next month.
Wait, he meant canceling it, but she just tells him it depends on her mood. Talk about a plot twist.
She reminds Leng Qingqiu that he was the one chasing her desperately for 3 whole years.
But you always rejected me, he says. Well, she suddenly changed her mind.
Why now? Because she feels like it. Bro is literally begging her to stop trolling him. The entire city knows she absolutely despised him. Now that he's finally letting go, things get weird.
Why can they not just part ways? Getting this girl to leave him alone is insanely hard.
If he really wants to cut ties, she demands to know the actual reason.
If he could tell her, he would have, but he literally cannot explain the system.
She is supposed to love the main character, Long Aotian, not a villain like him.
She does not care what is going on in his head. If he does not tell the truth, she is not satisfied.
She is not letting him off the hook. Fine, time for him to pull off a crazy stunt.
She asks what he is doing, but he claims she just angered a wild beast. He says he does not love her anymore, so today he is going to show her his wild side.
She warns Leng Qingqiu to watch his mouth, but he is entirely done acting.
Wait, she thinks he is going to kiss her? Her internal panic is honestly so funny.
He just wants her to slap him so they can finally call off this engagement. Why is she closing her eyes? This girl is actually taking him seriously. What is she doing? The story's plot is completely broken. He screams internally because the original main character's girl is about to run away with him instead. She gets annoyed because he hesitated. She actually tried to kiss him and this guy dodged. Is she really that annoying? Why is he even pretending to be some major villain? His hands are shaking like crazy. No wonder he's still single. He makes a quick excuse to run away. He asks his subordinate Xuejiao how it went.
Did they break up? He tells his man to shut up, but she yells that he can kiss her anytime.
He is laughing it off, but wait, the protagonist, Long Aotian, is watching. Is he okay? He is fine. He heads back to his meeting, determined to keep her close.
Open up right now!
It is Leng Qingqiu, right? Oh, great. Another member of the protagonist's harem shows up.
This is actually crazy. Why does the protagonist's harem keep finding him? This particular girl is the one who absolutely despises him the most in the original story.
In the original timeline, she is the one who literally ruined his life. Talk about bad luck!
Only a trash tier story would have this setup. She mockingly greets him as an old classmate.
What an incredible coincidence, she says, because someone just reported him for committing violence in public.
She demands he call her Officer Zhang, but he is in a massive rush to save someone. He promises to surrender later, but she is not letting him dictate the law. She orders him to shut up, but he begs to make just one phone call.
She snaps at him to shut up. This is a police station, not his mansion.
His secretary's mom is literally dying, and only Xuejiao has the medical skills to save her. This is pretty strange. Usually he is super relaxed and does not care about being arrested. Why is he acting like this today? He keeps begging because one call could save a life. Leng Qingqiu rings up the divine doctor Xuejiao, keeping his tone totally casual. Once he identifies himself, she playfully asks what her dear brother wants from her. He explains that the mother of the secretary who knelt to him is now critically ill. He says only she can save her, but Xuejiao points out they are not even close. Leng Qingqiu begs, offering 10 times her usual fee and literally calling her his savior. She laughs, demanding he transfer all his shares in the massive 9th pharmaceutical factory to her. That company is worth over 30 billion, and she is demanding every single share. Just the domestic branch alone is worth 17 billion, but a human life is on the line. In a wild plot twist, he actually agrees to her massive demand, a total done deal. With the agreement locked in, he tells her to rush to the hospital immediately.
Xuejiao asks for proof. Is a random secretary really worth 17 billion to him?
He blurts out that he loves his secretary and wants to marry her. Listening to his inner thoughts, Leng Qingqiu realizes he is totally lying to the doctor. She wonders why she's even getting mad, questioning if he actually went. I love how this mind-reading trope keeps throwing these wild twists at us. It is brilliant. She realizes he genuinely cares about the mother, even if it looks like he is dropping fortunes to simp.
Meanwhile, Leng Qingqiu is internally stressing that he needs the protagonist, Long Aotian, to take over.
To him, 17 billion is nothing as long as the secretary's mother is saved.
But Leng Qingqiu is still processing how insane it is to blow a fortune for love.
Lu Chengwen grumbles in his mind, wondering why he should be nice to Long Aotian's lackeys.
He joke promises her a funny electronic toy once they finally get out of here. The female officer snaps at his shamelessness and orders the cell door to be opened.
Lu Chengwen is dazed to see Leng Qingqiu standing there, but she just scoffs.
She simply tells him to sign the release papers and get moving.
He asks why she bailed him out if she hates him, and she replies it simply makes her happy.
The officer mutters about heartless capitalists, prompting Leng Qingqiu to tell her to watch her mouth.
The officer argues that they must follow the law, even if he is a complete scumbag. But Leng Qingqiu points out the law does not jail people just for being jerks.
She adds that the fine is fully paid, so they have to release him now.
The officer sarcastically congratulates them on their upcoming engagement, wishing the wealthy couple well.
Leng Qingqiu fires back, wishing the officer luck with her own forced blind dates.
Absolutely hilarious. Watching them bicker, Lu Chengwen is secretly eating popcorn in his mind, loving the drama. Let's be real, watching these female leads clash while he tries to play the villain is hilarious.
He mutters about them becoming harem sisters later, before making a quick excuse to leave.
Getting into her luxury sports car, he internally complains about the ridiculous low-clearance design.
In his thoughts, he panics about where to look, totally dazed by how stunning she looks.
She suddenly asks if she looks good, then pivots to how he knew their business partner was dirty. She suspects he has a spy in her company, since Zhao Shiheng was indeed a fraud.
He plays it off, claiming he just checked the almanac and stepped in just in time.
Leng Qingqiu demands the actual truth, but he keeps insisting his excuses are real.
When asked why he wants to call off the wedding, he claims he likes Xuejiao now.
She tells him to stop acting, so he drops the facade and says he simply does not love her. She asks what their past 3 years meant, and he brutally calls it just bad luck. She presses him about all his past sweet talk and constant affection. He tells her to consider it her own bad luck, but she asks why he risked jail to help her.
Qingqiu leans in close, asking if he actually wanted to kiss her back in the meeting room.
Lu Chengwen instantly panics, calling her completely crazy and claiming his beef with Zhao Shiheng is strictly personal.
He tells her she has nothing to do with it, and that helping her out was just convenient.
He stands his ground, declaring he never regrets his choices, and warning her that he holds a massive grudge. She tells him there won't be a next time, and he just laughs it off, saying that's perfect.
He snaps, swearing he is a loser if he speaks to her again, before kicking her straight out of the car.
Basically, even the toughest bad boy loses his edge when he starts catching real feelings. He yells at her to get the hell out of his car.
Qingqiu gets left in the dust, shouting that he is a total bastard who obviously still likes her.
She wonders why he's trying so hard to pretend he doesn't care before heading home to see her father. She thanks her dad, but mentions that Lu Chengwen went and caused quite a scene today. But her dad reveals he actually returned a $2 billion deal to save them because Zhao Shiheng is a fraud.
The scammer had bribed their audit VP to completely mess with the contract paperwork.
Chengwen caught wind of the scheme, beat the guy up, and saved them, making her realize what actually happened.
Her dad admits they would have been ruined without him, praising the Lu family kid as a real mastermind. He tells her to get ready for their engagement next month while the family sits down to eat. Her dad tells her not to blame him for being harsh right after her return. He urges her to do it for the family, but she flat out refuses to marry Chengwen.
Her dad is completely shocked, pointing out that the guy has literally chased her for 3 years straight.
She explains that he actually despises her now, making her dad ask if she did something to offend him. Her dad advises her to make the first move, since winning back a guy who loved her is easy. But she insists she won't use a marriage alliance to save the business, forcing her dad to threaten her job. He leaves the final choice to her, warning that if she does not marry him, the family is doomed. Meanwhile, Lu Chengwen is sweating bullets, joking that his own dad is going to break his legs over this.
Xuejiao tells him she saved his secretary's mother, so now it is time for the rich guy to sign.
He signs, joking that every single word on the paper smells like pure sweet cash. She hands over the contract and her assistant confirms that the absolute madman actually signed it. Xuejiao is stunned, wondering if he's totally insane for throwing away $17 billion over a secretary.
She tells He Yiwei to inspect the contract immediately, still unable to believe her own eyes. She demands to know why he signed, asking why he did not just play dirty like he usually does. He is completely baffled by her anger, asking why she is so mad after gaining $17 billion. He asks if she is out of her mind for getting worked up over free money. Weren't you the one practically crying and begging for these shares, he asks, and now you are mad?
He says he is just paying to keep her away so he can survive a few more years in peace.
He tells her to go join Long Aotian's harem while he happily remains a rich, carefree bachelor.
She is heartbroken, asking if $17 billion was really just his way of getting her to screw off.
She asks if she is truly that detestable to him that he would pay $20 billion just to cut ties.
Her assistant suddenly notices and asks why President Xu is crying all of a sudden.
The assistant asks if Leng Qingqiu bullied her, but she quickly shakes her head in denial.
She lies, claiming she's just crying from excitement over the massive payout before telling everyone to leave.
Leng Qingqiu is utterly confused, nervously asking what on earth she is trying to do.
She glares at him, declaring that unlike him, every single cent she earns is completely clean.
She refuses to use a person's life as blackmail and tells him to keep his massive shares.
Leng Qingqiu is completely stunned, turning to He Yiwei and asking if he is really that detestable.
He Yiwei tells him he is actually pretty cute, leaving him to wonder why everyone wants him gone. Chengwen points out that she used to detest him. Why is she suddenly mad he went missing?
But she smugly tells him she changed her mind. She wants to get to know him better. From now on, she promises to follow him daily.
Just to annoy him.
First Leng Qing, now her. Back then, they literally wanted him dead. Talk about a plot twist. Now they are suddenly obsessing over him, leaving our poor villain begging for a single moment of peace. When asked about marrying Leng Qingqiu, he instantly rejects the idea. Smart move.
So she asks him to marry her instead, completely breaking his brain.
But she is dead serious, claiming her beloved Chengwen has changed. He quickly escapes. Everything is completely ruined now, and he regrets ever sealing the protagonist Long Aotian. Either seal him forever, or deal with Leng Qing trying to kiss him.
With Xuejiao also pressuring him for marriage, our guy is practically begging for the original protagonist's return.
Only the main character can handle these girls because Chengwen is absolutely reaching his limit. I do not blame him.
Chengwen decides to head over to the Chen family.
His plan is to hide there until Long Aotian finally breaks the seal.
Seriously, things are so messed up.
It is either seal him forever or deal with endless marriage proposals. He just wants to unleash Long Aotian so the guy can take his harem back. Bro cannot take this. With Mukun's grandfather looking for him, Chengwen plans to lay low there until tomorrow noon. Right after he arrives, Mokun eagerly asks if he successfully won over the cold goddess. Not even close. Mokwan is completely amazed by this, then asks if he saw his sister yesterday. Smooth transition, bro. Chengwen confirms the meeting. Forget about her, go after my sister instead. He reveals his sister hasn't dated anyone since their breakup, so she's basically his for the taking. Chengwen immediately tells him to show some proper respect. Meng Yun is secretly touched. He drops some deep wisdom, claiming a real man must always protect what truly matters. His friend is totally stunned. It turns out our villain actually has a decent side, though he still loves his fun. When Mokun asks about his sister again, Chengwen admits her figure is absolutely off the charts. His buddy starts laughing. But suddenly, a cold voice interrupts, asking Chengwen what kind of nonsense he's talking about. Mokun instantly switches sides. Chengwen is panicking because he thought she wasn't coming home and quickly tries to apologize. Too much alcohol. His friend frantically tries to calm his sister down, telling Chengwen to get out right now. Chengwen tries to slip away. He swears he was just boasting to his friend and never said anything bad behind her back.
Meng Yun is visibly hurt, demanding to know how he could do this. She demands to know if their entire past relationship actually meant anything to him at all.
He just apologizes. Those are just baseless rumors she's heard, but to her, he is already guilty. She literally asks him if he thinks she doesn't deserve a reputation, swearing she did nothing that night. This is all that absolute bastard Shen Mo's fault, and yet she's still threatening to call the cops.
Our female lead then calls up Hu Shuhui, asking if that dinner offer is still on because she is free. Now, Hu Shuhui is a total snake, but the overpowered male lead Long Aotian is currently out of commission.
This is a total trap. She's walking right into the lion's den, and everything is going downhill fast.
He screams that she can't go because that villain is obviously planning something terrible.
Honestly, could there be anyone in this world who is a bigger scumbag than him?
She tries to push it to tomorrow, but the bad guy basically says he gets whatever he wants.
She cries to Leng Qingqiu, saying she waited 3 whole years for him to finally change.
But he is still the exact same. At this point, why is she even trying to explain herself?
Our guy admits he already let her down anyway. Meanwhile, his sister just walked out. He begs Mengyun not to leave, panicking over what he would do if she got hurt.
And trust me, if she gets hurt, the insanely powerful Long Aotian is definitely going to end him.
Her dad is stripping her title, and now even Leng Qingqiu has completely abandoned her.
She feels like the whole world is turned against her, but then boom, he actually calls.
She wonders if he is finally starting to regret his choices and actually missing her.
He picks up the phone, demanding to know what is going on.
He asks if their guys are still guarding Long Aotian's house and if he has returned yet.
The helper says they left ages ago, but he screams to send a team back there immediately.
They absolutely have to find Long Aotian right now because this is a massive life-or-death emergency.
Basically, he got into a huge fight with Mengyun, and she angrily went to drink with that villain.
He knows only Long Aotian can locate her now, so he desperately begs them to find him.
Mengyun is so done and tells Leng Qingqiu to straight up go jump off a cliff.
It is a complete code red. He orders all his men to gather at the hotel immediately.
His subordinate agrees to move fast, but low-key wonders what crazy stunt he is pulling this time.
Leng Qingqiu tells him to stop bothering him with their relationship drama, claiming he is not trying to get back together.
But he warns him that Mengyun is in serious danger. At this point, he just hangs up.
Luckily, she helps him track down Hu Shuhui's schedule and sends the exact location. Talk about a savior!
Security tries to stop him at the hotel, but the young master's men tell them to beat it.
The receptionist immediately calls the police, reporting a massive group of people causing a disturbance.
The hotel staff tells him the guests inside explicitly ordered not to be disturbed by anyone.
He barks at them to stall while he rushes over as fast as he can.
Our guy stands at the door, threatening to smash it down if they do not open up.
The villain inside is completely clueless, yelling at whoever is making a racket to get lost.
He kicks the door open, and when they call him crazy, he orders his men to beat them up.
His guards immediately jump into action, taking down everyone in sight.
He rushes inside, calling for Mengyun, while she weakly begs him to save her.
He pulls her close, and she desperately clings to him, crying that she feels so hot and dizzy.
He vows to make the villain pay for this. Next, he calls Xuejiao to rush to his villa.
He explains that Mengyun has been heavily drugged, and she promises to be there in a flash.
When she arrives, she gets mad, asking how he could have the nerve to drug Mengyun.
Our guy's like, use your brain. If I actually drugged her, why would I call you here?
He tells her to cut the nonsense and just hurry up and save her already. But suddenly, the police arrive and tell Leng Qingqiu he has to come with them. Talk about a cliffhanger. Leng Qingqiu, you are coming with us. Seriously, this guy has the absolute worst luck.
He locked up the protagonist for a day, saved 3 people, got arrested twice, and now the plot is completely broken.
Since he cannot win, he decides to flee. Tomorrow, he is buying a ticket to run far away.
He is planning to head to Ukraine or Kashmir. Surely the overpowered protagonist won't chase him all the way there.
The cop demands Leng Qingqiu confess. Did he put the poison in the medicine? He complains, "Sister, if I drugged them, why would I call Xuejiao to cure them?" She yells that he is playing mind games.
She is convinced something went wrong with his plan, forcing him to act like a hero at the last second.
So he has to stay. Honestly, the system completely set him up.
Are you okay, boss? Fortunately, his friends finally arrive to help. They are here to testify. They joke that his reputation is actually so bad, they had no choice.
One of them complains that proving he is a good guy took forever and wasted so much energy.
She gently apologizes for keeping him up all night.
The cop finally lets them go, but she warns Leng Qingqiu that he is not off the hook.
Until this case is solved, he cannot leave Shu City, and leaving the country requires official approval. He also has to be on call 24/7. It is over.
His perfect escape plan is down the drain, meaning he is stuck here, in the city. Now he has to stay and fight the protagonist for girls, but plot twist, they can actually hear his inner thoughts. The cop sneers. Trying to run? You cannot escape, and I will find the evidence to lock you up. He thinks to himself, good luck with that. You ignore the real criminals just to obsess over me. Honestly, this is fine. The more she hates him, the quieter his life gets.
What did you say? Nothing, officer. Can we go now? Fine. Get out.
One girl offers to buy him breakfast, while another says she has to leave first. He thanks Qingqiu for believing in him, asking how he can repay her. She casually drops a bomb by getting engaged to her. He is completely stunned. Another girl pulls him along for breakfast, while others start making their moves. He turns to thank Qingqiu again, asking what kind of reward she wants. She looks him dead in the eye and proposes engagement. Talk about a plot twist. She repeats it clearly, get engaged to me. The other girls find this absolutely ridiculous. They point out that he chased her for 3 years, and now she is suddenly throwing herself at him? One of them reminds everyone that some people used to completely ignore Leng Qingqiu. They ignored him completely, so what changed? She even stopped her medical research just to run over here and fight for a man. Qingqiu fires back. If she wants him, the others can only stand by and watch. She tells them to grow a brain, while mocking another girl for wearing black stockings to attract him. She asks if showing off legs is her only trick. The girl snaps back that her outfit is nobody's business. Leng Qingqiu steps in to stop the drama. He warns them not to disrupt the police. Meanwhile, the female officer wonders why he suddenly seems so different. One of the girls pulls him away, saying Meng Yun is already waiting in the car. He bids Qingqiu a safe trip back and thanks her once again for her help. One girl demands to know why he changed, since he promised to love her forever. He quickly escapes to check on Meng Yun. He promises to catch up with her later. She tells him to go rest after staying up all night. She sweet-talks him, saying she will be waiting for his call as soon as he wakes up. What a nightmare. Why is she suddenly being so gentle? No way she is actually falling for him now. Wait, what did Chengwen even do? Seriously, oh my god. What is up with this woman suddenly acting this gentle? It is actually terrifying. No shot she is falling for him. What did he even do? She calls out to Brother Chengwen. She apologizes, saying it is all her fault and she should have listened to him. He tells her to stop crying since everything is in the past now. But she is completely panicking, saying everything is a total mess. And then boom, she literally hugs him. At this point, he is desperately explaining that he did absolutely nothing. She even tells Brother Chengwen she will help take care of his wife. Then she drops a truth bomb. She never actually had a boyfriend. He is just like, yeah, I know. She is dead serious. Ever since their breakup, she has been completely single. She has not dated anyone since then. He just awkwardly nods along, saying focusing on her career is what is most important. Once she seems okay, he tries to make a quick exit because he has stuff to do at home. Her friend asks if she is low-key falling for him again, but Meng Yun denies it. She heads back to the office. Here we go again. Meanwhile, this other guy is crying out to heaven, wondering what on earth he ate since yesterday morning. He literally has not left the toilet. Even the toughest warrior cannot survive this level of food poisoning. After over 30 rounds of diarrhea, he is convinced he is about to turn into a dried mummy. Subordinate says it is time to set off. And miraculously, his stomach pain completely vanishes. He is finally cured. He proudly declares that all his ladies are waiting for him, while she says everything is arranged. She has an Audi RS waiting outside, but he insists on staying low-key this time. He wants to dress like a total loser, so he demands the most basic ride possible. But when he sees what Xuejiao brought him, he is completely speechless. It is a literal Feng Shao brand tractor. She claims the diesel engine is full of dynamic power. It is low-key, rustic, and absolutely perfect. Since it fits his requirements, he asks if she has completely lost her mind. He demands another vehicle, but she says there are no other options and they are out of time. His schedule is packed, and if they delay any longer, he will miss his chance to save the damsel. Fine, he accepts it. After all, it is just a basic ride anyway. But starting this junk requires him to crank the engine manually with everything he has got.
She tells him to swing his arms with maximum power, then finally offers to do it herself.
He is literally about to lose his mind, asking where on earth she even found this trash.
She says she bought it from a farmer for $90,000. $90,000? She got totally scammed. He screams to the heavens that things cannot possibly get any worse than this.
And then boom, a manure pit appears right ahead. She instantly bails. Yep, she literally jumps off.
He screams for Hua Shuining to get back here, but she just tells him to climb out.
He yells at her to move the tractor. Why did she not say anything earlier? Well, since they have to lie low anyway, they might as well do it comfortably.
She brings him his new clothes, and he tells her to throw the old ones away.
He wants to switch to the elite business style from now on, including a new luxury car. Honestly, Zhang Shihan is looking absolutely gorgeous here, and her vibe is just so seductive. But he reminds himself she is a dangerous woman, so he needs to send her away fast. She thinks Boss Lu is a good guy, but always keeps his distance, even though she is willing. Suddenly, someone reports a broken tractor is blocking the road, and they are going to go scold the driver.
Bro, ain't no way! Long Aotian is actually here? He finally showed up.
Are you blind? Look at this luxury ride! Selling you for even $1.70 wouldn't cover a single scratch!
Just some of Lu Chenglun's lackeys acting tough. Seriously, total clowns.
Glad you know your place, but wait, he is literally insulting you to your face right now.
Bro, what is that smell? Did you seriously just crawl out of a septic tank?
Stop, please, spare my life! Boss Lu, please, you have to apologize to this guy right now! Hurry up and apologize to Brother Otian. I am so sorry, Brother Otian.
What a crazy coincidence! We were totally in the wrong just now. After you, please go first. Boss Lu, are you actually all right?
I told you this kid fell into a septic tank. Quiet, that is limited edition luxury perfume you are smelling. Fragrant? How is this even remotely sweet smelling? Just shut up. No shot! I got blasted by heavy rain the entire way here and still smell like hot garbage? This is bad. If the girls see me like this, my life is basically over. My perfect protagonist image is going to be absolutely ruined today. Alright, so there was this insane weather anomaly today where the entire city was completely sunny. Except for one random storm cloud pouring absolute buckets. Wait, how is that even possible?
It was moving at the exact speed of a slow tractor and literally hovered directly over a local suburban septic tank. For 10 whole minutes! Honestly, this is just too funny.
Seriously, who has ever heard of a cloud doing that? Super weird, right?
Beyond weird. That cloud was totally out of line and had zero respect.
Brother Aotian, what is wrong? Why do you look so incredibly pale today?
I am totally fine, Shihan. I actually spent all night researching ancient medical texts.
I finally figured out exactly how to cure your mom, so I came straight here to treat her myself right now. Thank you so much, Aoshin. You are truly the most kind-hearted person ever. So brave and kind. Meanwhile, our villain Lu is celebrating because the plot is finally back on track. Next, the main character takes Shihan away, and they live happily ever after. He can finally get rid of one female lead. It took 3 days, but real progress is progress. It has not been easy. He tells himself to stay calm.
Just stay cool, Lu Chengwen. Do not laugh out loud.
But wait, Shihan is listening to his inner thoughts and gets confused. Why is he so happy?
How did he already know Otian has medical skills? And why does he want him to treat her mother so badly? Why has he been pushing for this the whole time? Suddenly, it all clicks. Boss Lu has been secretly protecting her from day one. He only pretended to be a bad guy to hire her. He just wanted to give her a high-paying job so she could cover her mom's medical bills. Making her wear short skirts was actually just to boost her self-esteem and show off her natural charm. He purposely picked on her just to build up her mental toughness under pressure. He did not want her to feel like she was receiving charity. What a legendary boss. What an incredibly noble soul. There is absolutely no way she can leave his side now. Since that is how it is, this is perfect.
Shihan, go ahead and leave with Aotian. I hope your mother gets well very soon.
I will even have accounting advance you 2 years of salary. Just quit and focus on her. Just go with Aotian and take care of her. Meanwhile, Aotian is completely confused by how easygoing Lu is. He was literally ready to throw hands, but this guy is absolutely nothing like the rumor said.
Aotian, I really appreciate the kind offer, but my mother's illness is already being handled.
Boss Shu already agreed to treat her, and the surgery is scheduled for next week. Shihan is basically like, I owe my boss, Leng Qingqiu, my entire life.
I cannot repay his kindness, so I am absolutely not leaving him.
I will stay at Dashang Group and loyally follow President Lu forever. I will literally go through fire and water for him.
Leng Qingqiu is internally screaming, asking if they all teamed up to troll him.
He literally paved the perfect path for her, yet she won't leave.
Like, why is she talking about going through fire and water?
Long Aotian asks if she doubts his S-rank medical skills.
In this entire region, he is the only option. No one else can cure her mother, but Shu is a top medical master. Plus, they have insane medical resources, but she just politely thanks him. Leng Qingqiu urges her to just try it. He might cure her instantly. That way she won't have to wait, but she insists on waiting anyway. He pushes her, saying this is the perfect chance to heal her mother. Plus, she will get treated well, and her rank in his harem is high. What else does she want, a harem? Long Aotian warns him, telling him to watch his mouth. He claims they are just friends, and he only sees her as a sister.
Leng Qingqiu quickly apologizes for his massive slip of the tongue.
Internally, he knows this OP protagonist could easily wipe him off the map.
So he decides to just fire Shihan and end the problem. To avoid trouble, he calls her. He fires her, and she asks why.
She begs him because her mother needs money for a life-saving surgery.
She cannot lose this job, but he offers to pay for everything. He will cover all medical bills as long as she quits and leaves. Suddenly, someone says she cannot leave. Leng Qingqiu asks why Miss Shu is meddling.
She says she is just fighting injustice.
Long Aotian greets her, but immediately asks why she smells like a sewer. She panics, knowing her image is ruined. She totally forgot about the smell, but Leng Qingqiu snaps back. He declares he does whatever he wants without caring about anyone's opinion. Today he is absolutely sending Shihan away, and nobody can stop him. Of course, he internally warns himself not to actually make Long Aotian mad. That guy could literally one-punch him into oblivion if he gets annoyed. And that would be an absolute disaster. So he vows to give her full compensation under the labor laws. Firing her is totally legal and fair, so nobody can judge him. She asks if that is true, and he retorts. Then he laughs it off and tells Brother Ocean to wait up. He promises to let him take Shihan, leaving the protagonist highly confused. Long Aotian was ready to fight, wondering if his aura is just too OP. She tells them to stop wasting time. She firmly states that firing Shihan is completely out of the question. Fine by me, but then I will just have to tell Long Aotian what you did to me. I will just tell him exactly what you did to me.
You ask what you did? Well, it all depends on how I spin it.
I will say you beat me, scolded me, and forced me to dance for you. I will even say you... Okay, stop right there. Oh my god. Any of those lies is enough to get Leng Qingqiu absolutely obliterated by the main character. Talk about a walking curse. But wait, there is no actual proof. Would he even believe her? Just look at him. Oh man, no shot. Does this guy need proof? Absolutely not. One word from Xuejiao is all it takes. And he will straight up beat our poor main character to death on the spot. Just look at him. A perfect couple, made in heaven, right?
Long Aotian is no genius. Honestly, Leng Qingqiu is the real talent here. She literally asks him why he is so terrified. Why not just throw hands with him?
No way, do not say that, little sister Xuejiao. I am begging you. Surviving this long was already a miracle.
Just let him take the secretary away. I will keep paying her salary forever.
I can pay her until she dies. But she's like, nope. Even that is a no? But why? She laughs and says she just finds it funny to mess with his plans. Don't push me too far, Xuejiao. But then she pulls a pro move. Brother Otan, do you know what President Lu did to me yesterday? He fed me some weird medicine, and it made me feel so awful. And then... Wait, stop. I was wrong, okay? Please do not make things up, my goddess. The main character steps up, demanding to know what he did to Xuejiao.
His overpowered protagonist aura is about to explode. No, wait, brother. Your domineering aura? Wait, I mean, your awesome aura? Put it away first.
It was just diarrhea medicine because she had a stomachache yesterday.
That medicine just makes you feel a bit sick. Please stop playing with me. If you keep going, I am literally going to die right here.
Fine, then you won't fire Shihan? No, never. She stays forever. As long as you do not say the word, I will never fire her.
And? And what else?
What else do you want from me? I already surrendered.
You cannot force her out or sideline her either.
She has to stay right by your side as your personal secretary.
Our main character is screaming inside. What does this have to do with you? But she just laughs, loving how he squirms when things do not go his way. Brother Aotian, yesterday he even... Okay, I agree to everything.
Shihan, I am officially taking back the decision to let you go.
Work hard. I have high hopes for you. Thank you, President Liu. She actually pulled it off. What a save. But then Long Aotian demands again to know what he did.
Actually, you should probably go find a place to wash up first.
You literally smell like you crawled out of a septic tank. So stinky.
All right, do not just stand there. You stink like crazy. Go find somewhere to wash up.
Don't worry, Junior. Whatever that beast Leng Qingqiu did to you, I will get you revenge, even if you didn't ask.
Wait for it. That totally scared me.
I almost got crushed, all because of that brat Xuejiao. She is going to be the death of me.
Look at you shaking, and you are still laughing? Thank you for not firing me, Mr. Liu. I will work so hard.
Don't thank me. I just wanted to get rid of him. Why is this so hard? Everything is ruined.
Zhang Shihan won't leave, and Xuejiao keeps ruining my plans.
Now the protagonist hates my guts. 3 days.
His previous 6 runs ended on day 3. Is that his absolute limit?
No way he wants to die. But why is Leng Tianhao calling? Hello, Uncle Leng. Hey, Chengwen, are you free tonight?
Drop by for dinner. Your aunt cooked all your favorite dishes.
Perfect. A golden chance to cut ties with the Leng family once and for all.
Look who is here. Chengwen, come on in. Take a seat. Dinner will be ready in a minute.
You guys are too kind.
Oh, Chengwen, you actually came. Oh my God, she is absolutely gorgeous.
Talk about main character energy. Look at her face and that insane vibe.
She is a literal goddess. Anyone would fall for her.
No, Leng Qingqiu, stay focused here. She belongs to the protagonist. Falling for her means instant death. Seriously, what a tragedy. Catching feelings is a death sentence.
Handing this gorgeous girl over to that clown Long Aotian is pure torture.
Look at him stare, and he claimed he did not want an engagement.
His soul is completely gone. He probably wants my daughter, but hates paying up.
So Chengwen, the engagement is next month. Are your preparations ready? And there it is. The dreaded moment has finally arrived. Sir, a Master Long is outside asking to see you. Wait, which Master Long?
He calls himself Long Aotian, says he has insider info worth over 2 billion.
Talk about a massive claim. Who does this guy think he is?
Sounds like we have a big shot visiting today. Let's check it out.
This is it! The original protagonist is finally making his move! The main plot is finally correcting itself. Watch this master cook.
Soon you will hand over your daughter and entire fortune to him for free.
Wait, she is thinking, why would I ever run off with some random bodyguard? No way her dad bows to a nobody. She wants to see his tricks. Exactly. With a name like that, he must be built different. But since you have an important guest, I should probably head out. Where is the back door? Wait, you are the real guest here.
That other guy is probably just some cheap scammer trying his luck.
Let's see what he wants. Step inside, Mr. Long. So Lang Sheng gives this guy exactly 30 seconds to pitch his $2 billion deal.
If it is a waste of time, he is getting thrown out immediately.
The kid just laughs, asking Lang Sheng if he is seriously that clueless.
He warns that Chanfeng Group is on the verge of total ruin. He says their whole company only survives because Miss Leng Qingqiu is carrying it, with some rich simp helping her out. They are barely keeping their heads above water, and she is desperately trying to prove her worth.
She is about to partner with Zhao Shiheng, but that project is a massive trap.
That scammer is going to run off with over $2 billion in cash, destroying the family.
Right on the dot, 30 seconds. How does that sound, Mr. Leng? He asks if Leng Sheng is shaking, but Leng Sheng just tells his guards to kick him out. Honestly, Leng Sheng is completely unbothered by this so-called crisis. His future son-in-law, Lu Chengwen, already handled it yesterday by tracking down Zhao Shiheng.
He beat the guy so hard he won't wake up tomorrow and kept every single cent safe.
A basic scammer and a mole could never pull a fast one on the Leng family. Long Aotian is internally screaming because his perfect moment to show off just got stolen. This sneaky extra took his spotlight, and he is absolutely losing his mind over it. Meanwhile, Lu Chengwen is cursing Long Aotian out in his head, too. Why did this overpowered main character have to show up now, of all times, to hit on girls? A guard tries to step in, but gets folded immediately. Long Aotian panics a bit, begging Mr. Leng to believe his warning. He insists Zhao Shiheng is a fraud, and there is definitely a mole inside their company. Leng Sheng asks if he needs to repeat himself since the problem's already fixed. Desperate, Long Aotian reveals he has another secret worth $30 billion. Leng Sheng listens as the kid explains Dayu Group is planning a massive project in Xuejiao. They're building a $30 billion amusement park, and it is a total state secret. They think their plans are safe, but the leak already made its way to them. If they use their $2 billion cash to buy up the center plot of land first, Dayu Group will be forced to pay triple the price to buy that land back from them. From this single play, they can easily walk away with a $5 billion profit. This is easily enough to save the Leng family, so Leng Sheng immediately changes his tune. He apologizes for doubting him and orders his staff to serve their best tea inside. They head into the study to talk business, leaving Long Aotian feeling incredibly smug. He is convinced that no one can stop him, and the Leng family is already his. Miss Leng Qingqiu watches him, wondering how a random guy got hold of such classified intel.
Plus, the creepy way he stares at her makes her skin crawl.
Suddenly, Lu Chengwen gets caught hiding nearby, and the servant asks what he is doing. He plays it cool, pretending he was just stretching his legs in the bushes. The servant urges him to hurry up and follow her back inside. The master's looking for him everywhere, and Lu Chengwen realizes he is totally cooked. He can feel the main character glaring at him, absolutely furious that his plans got ruined. Long Aotian wants a showdown right now to prove who the real boss is. But Lu Chengwen immediately backs down, begging the overpowered protagonist for forgiveness. He insists he never meant to steal the spotlight and begs him to let it go. Miss Leng watches this unfold, completely confused why Lu Chengwen is so terrified of this guy. Meanwhile, Leng Sheng is completely hooked and asks for all the details on the project. Long Aotian kicks off by asking Mr. Leng if he knows the $4 trillion Dayu Group. Of course he does. They have built over 40 amusement parks nationwide. Lao Tian drops a massive bomb. They are definitely building one in Xuejiao. If they snatch up the core land right now before anyone else, they will hold all the cards, $2 billion to buy it, and flipping it for $6 billion will completely save the Lang family. But Long Aotian claims that is thinking too small for a one-time deal. He wants way more. So what is this mastermind's actual plan? They should use the land to demand a 25% share instead. That means $5 billion in annual profit, plus handling all the construction. Control of materials, sourcing, and all marketing goes to them. Their $2 billion investment will be fully paid back during the building phase alone. Ling Tenhao is absolutely blown away, calling Long Aotian his savior. With him around, the family is guaranteed to rise. Talk about an OP moment. Leng Tianhou turns to Lu Chengwen, saying he is basically family now since they are getting engaged. He asks Lu Chengwen what he thinks of this massive project. Lu Chengwen automatically starts to agree, saying the plan makes total sense. Remember, Leng Tianhao thinks Lu Chengwen is basically family because of the engagement. So he wants to hear his thoughts on this billion-dollar deal. Lu Chengwen almost agrees that Long Aotian has a great point. But then he stops. Why is he agreeing? He needs to oppose him. He has to play devil's advocate so Long Aotian can look like a hero. Thinking he is a genius? This guy is actually completely delusional. Lu Chengwen loudly objects to Long Aotian's idea, desperately trying to avoid the wedding.
Claiming that land is too hard to buy, he points elsewhere. Instead, he suggests the suburban slum redevelopment, driving Leng Qingqiu completely insane.
Where would they even get that kind of cash?
He asks Lu Chengwen to help fund the family project since they are future in-laws.
But Lu Chengwen plays dumb, claiming he does not know the project manager.
And as for money, he says he is completely broke right now.
Leng Tianho is fuming inside, cursing this kid for acting poor when needed.
All right then, since that is how it is. It is getting pretty late, so he tells him to get lost. Just get out of his sight. Lu Chengwen happily says goodbye.
He leaves, thinking everything is perfect now for Long Aotian to show off. Leng Tianhao will definitely marry his daughter to him, letting Lu Chengwen escape. But wait.
Leng Qingqiu stops him. Is there something else?
She tells her father that Lu Chengwen is right. The amusement park is too risky.
Instead, she decides to dump all their funding into the slum redevelopment.
Her father gasps. Over 2 billion?
Is she completely out of her mind? What is going on?
Long Aotian is panicking. The plot is totally broken right now.
She was supposed to be amazed by his talent and support him. That slum project is a bottomless money pit. Why is she betting against him? He is fuming. The Leng family is doomed, but she insists her mind is made up.
No matter who objects, it is useless. Since childhood, I looked up to you as my idol, but you only called me trash, and my only friend drugged me? Admitting she hated me for having everything, while my boyfriend installed a hidden camera in my hotel room, hoping to record me and control my life, family, friends, lovers. Every single one of them is fake. Yeah. Now tell me, who on earth can I actually trust in this world?
Is there even a single person in this world who genuinely cares about me? Is there anyone?
Brother Chengwen, you are the only one I trust, so tonight I am calling a high-level meeting to finalize all the details for the slum redevelopment. Meanwhile, Chengwen realizes she is doing this out of spite.
Is she really trying to gamble the entire Qianfeng group on this? It is over. We are totally doomed.
This girl's completely picking a fight with me. I only wanted to give the main character Long Aotian a chance to grow.
But she just casually throws down 2 billion yuan. This makes 0 sense. Her father yells at Qingqiu for messing around. Over 2 billion yuan is no small change, so please just listen to my advice.
The slum redevelopment project is a bottomless pit, bringing nothing but endless trouble. The amusement park is the only guaranteed gold mine here. If we just secure that land,
we can literally make money while lying down. With our combined talents, they will surely beg us for guidance, so what is there to fear? With Brother Chengwen supporting me, I am not afraid of any hardship or struggle.
Right, Brother Chengwen? But Chengwen is internally screaming, wait a second.
The script was not supposed to go like this. She was supposed to be amazed by my talent. Her dad calls her completely ungrateful. Chengwen realizes, oh crap, it is time for my grand performance. He steps in asking why Mr. Long is making such a massive deal out of this. He orders the guards to take them away to change clothes, while Long Aotian begs that he did this all for her.
Reviving the Qianfeng group is your dream, and I only came here to make that dream a reality. But she just scoffs. What dream of reviving Qianfeng? A woman's biggest dream is simply marrying into a good family. I am getting engaged to Brother Chengwen next month.
And we will be married by the end of the year. Right, Brother Chengwen? Look at me and say it. Chengwen is sweating bullets. There is no way this girl actually believes me. She is clearly just spite voting.
Her father is fuming. He does not believe he cannot handle her, wanting to see how long she can hold out.
Chengwen quickly chimes in, saying he is actually very optimistic about the slum redevelopment project.
Jin Chu smiles. Since he says so, she will listen to him. No further discussion is needed.
Her father roars in disagreement. How can she be so incredibly reckless about a decision this massive?
But she fires back. Father, you were the one who handed management of the Qianfeng group to me. You told me the company's interests come before everything, and you forced me to marry into the Lu family, telling me my own happiness did not matter. So what is wrong with me listening to my fiancé now? I will follow my future husband no matter what. Is this not exactly what you wanted? Long Aotian begs her not to be foolish, saying Lu Chengwen is absolutely not someone she can trust.
He is just a heartless playboy. But she retorts, oh really? Then who should I trust?
You tell me, who on earth can I actually trust?
When I was a kid, I looked up to you as my idol, and you only called me a useless trash. My only friend literally drugged me, admitting she hated me because I had everything. My boyfriend installed a hidden camera in my hotel room, trying to capture footage to control my life. Relatives, friends, and lovers, every single one of them is completely fake. So you tell me, who am I supposed to trust in this cruel world? Qingqiu literally breaks down, crying out if there is even one person in this world who genuinely cares about her. The guy actually apologizes, admitting he had absolutely no clue her life was this miserable. He decides he has got to secretly protect her from now on because honestly, this poor girl is just too pitiful. Then he looks at Qingqiu, saying that he is sorry, but he is going to be that exact person for her. He claims his entire purpose in being here is just to love and protect her. He tells her she can trust him completely from now on, promising to be the light that guides her out of the darkness. He says his light will only shine for her, but honestly, that is so cringe. He is clearly just after her family wealth. And of course, he is totally obsessed with her body too. What a creep.
Honestly, at this point, you just want them to be together if it means she gets a happy ending.
But Qingqiu declares she only trusts Chengwen in this life, and even if he scams her, she will gladly let him do it. If he wants to ruin her, she will let him, even if he decides to sell her off. She will just set a high price tag on herself. Plus, she announces that tomorrow, Qianfeng Group will officially invest. They are pouring everything into the slum redevelopment project, telling everyone to just wait and see. Lu Chengwen is absolutely panicking. His reverse psychology backfired completely, and this is not what he wanted at all. Now he is thinking it is all over because this mistake is going to bankrupt the entire Leng family. Her father storms in, furious. He yells at her, asking how he raised her and if she seriously makes business decisions based purely on her emotions. He needs her to lead Qianfeng Group back to its peak, not stand here throwing tantrums like a child. He bans her from touching the slum project, ordering her to secure the amusement park land tomorrow instead. And if she fails, she can kiss her position as chief executive officer goodbye. But Qingqiu fires right back, asking why he did not say any of this when he handed her the power. She tells him to call an official shareholder meeting with a full week of notice if he wants her fired. That week is more than enough time for her to dump all their capital into the project. He is speechless. Suddenly, the father turns his absolute rage onto Lu Chengwen, blaming him for filling her head with nonsense. He demands to know how Qingqiu could end up like this, while Chengwen can only stutter in response. Chengwen tries to explain. He did not mean to do it. Seriously, this poor guy is more falsely accused than anyone in history right now. Honestly, you have to feel bad for our guy here. He just wanted to be a background character, but then the rival points a finger. The rival accuses Chengwen of constantly ruining his plans and stealing his woman. He screams that Chengwen stole his credit when Qingqiu was just about to fall for him. While the rival throws a fit, Chengwen is internally screaming that he is about to get killed here. The rival demands to know what Chengwen's game is, pointing out that Qingqiu was never this reckless before. He accuses him of playing dumb just to manipulate her into ruining her own life. He asks what kind of blackmail Chengwen has on her to force her down this path. He thinks Chengwen is trying to bankrupt the company so he can buy it cheap and control everything. The rival thinks he has cracked the code, but Chengwen is just internally cursing him out. Like, seriously, this guy is terrible at romance, but an absolute genius at making up wild conspiracy theories. Honestly, his imagination runs faster than a food delivery scooter on a busy highway. It is like he is actively trying to get Chengwen killed at this point. Suddenly, someone tries to de-escalate, telling the angry men to calm down while they go talk to her. But Chengwen knows it is useless. He looks at the rival, genuinely terrified he might actually get murdered right here in this study room. This is his 7th run. He refuses to die a meaningless death again. Fed up, he decides to fight back, telling Long Aotian to sit down and behave himself. The rival is stunned, asking him to repeat that because he clearly did not hear him right. Lu Chengwen claims he genuinely believed the slum redevelopment project was highly profitable. In business, he was just sharing his honest judgment on the deal.
Is that really a crime? How could he know the guy would lose his mind like that?
It completely caught him off guard, and honestly, anyone could see that. Profitable? That project is barely 1/3 done and has already burned through 4 different bosses. 3 of them literally jumped to their deaths, and he wants Qingqiu to dive into this fire pit? But hey, high risk means high reward, and real opportunities only hide inside extreme danger. If it is such a golden opportunity, why is the Lu family staying far away? Now he drops a bomb and announces he is officially investing in the slum project anyway. When asked if he is serious, he claims that once Leng Qingqiu makes a move, he never backs down. But wait, why is he suddenly talking so tough when it makes 0 sense? This guy only cares about cold, hard cash and never, ever does a losing deal. Especially since this exact project is guaranteed to ruin him completely and leave him broke. Why would he make such a suicidal move? To Leng Qingqiu, being broke is nothing compared to actually staying alive. At this point, absolutely nothing matters more to him than saving his own skin. He originally wanted to drag the Leng family in to share the massive risk. But now, he is forced to take on the whole burden by himself. Uncle Leng is told to stay calm while he handles the fallout. He promises to go persuade Qingqiu to invest in that popular amusement park project instead. Easy enough, right, Anshin? Since the Lu family is steering clear, everything now relies on Aotian. He needs to get close to Qingqiu and guide him into the deal. Aotian thinks this is his ultimate chance to finally win over Qingqiu. But honestly, our main character is highly skeptical about this amusement park. Deals that look this incredibly perfect always hide a massive catch. Since everyone else is hyped, he decides not to play the villain here. They better remember one thing if things go wrong. He officially opposed this from day 1, which is an absolute masterclass in shifting blame. With the blame completely shifted, nobody can point fingers at him later.
Talk about galaxy brain moves. This guy is playing chess while they play checkers.
I will try. Everyone is left wondering why he is acting so bizarrely today. Honestly, you have to feel bad for this poor girl. Being backed into a corner by her own family is just cruel. Qingqiu coldly asks Leng Qingqiu if he has another trap waiting for her. Instead, he tells her to get in and buckle up for a ride. And they fly. The car flies, but she does not even flinch. He pushes it. Speed does not scare her at all. She asks him to be completely honest if that slum project can actually make money. He laughs it off. It is an absolute disaster that only an idiot would touch. She confronts him for pushing her toward it, but he claims he never expected her to actually go. He just sighs and says he has his own heavy secrets. He just starts laughing like a maniac. If only I could marry a completely normal girl. I'd bring her to meet my hospitalized mother because she would be so incredibly happy. Honestly, I'd trade my supercars and villas for that kind of happiness. Are we really born to be lonely? Exactly. It is because the world is so cold that we crave family love. We crave loyal friends and faithful lovers. Wait, did he seriously just say that? Huh, wow, I really didn't see that coming. Who knew young Master Lu actually had a decent bone in his body? Obviously. You need to move fast because Long Aotian is definitely going to help you out. He has a way to secretly snatch that prime land for you without anyone knowing. Is that his only trick? Seriously, Leng Qingqiu, you're such a scumbag. Exactly. Go invest in your theme park while I throw my money into the slums. I don't buy it. I'm investing in those slums right alongside you. Sis, are you out of your mind? What are you even trying to do? I kinda like you. Actually, I really like you. Can I ask what you're thinking? Honestly, there's no need to think. Ever since you took over the Shang Group, you've never made a single losing deal. So whatever you invest in, I'm backing it too.
Bro, what? He went in a giant circle trying to avoid her and it totally backfired.
The slum project is a guaranteed money pit, but she claims she's not afraid to lose everything. But your family is already on thin ice. Plus, your dad and Long Aotian are waiting. If you lose everything with me, they'll literally eat me alive. Look at you acting all terrified. Are you really that scared of my dad and Long Aotian? I'm being dead serious here. Qingwen, tell me the absolute truth. Do you still have feelings for me?
No way.
Since when did you stop? Honestly, I can't even tell you.
Anyway, let's just sort out the engagement. Once you and Long Aotian team up, and once Chen Feng Group is back on top, this whole marriage alliance is completely pointless. You'll be free.
You won't have to deal with a scumbag like me. Seriously, I don't.
I really don't like you anymore.
When did those feelings stop? I don't even know. Let's just focus on calling off this marriage so you can team up with Long Aotian. Once your family's back at the top, we won't need this alliance. You'll have your freedom back. No more dealing with a scumbag like me. But why is he constantly avoiding me? Suddenly what?
Honestly, I think I've actually fallen for you.
It was so hard without you. And yes, she can literally hear his thoughts now. This twist is crazy. So she basically tells him that if he doesn't hate her, she's his girlfriend starting today. And if next month's engagement feels a bit too rushed for him, they can just date first, and it's totally fine if he's not down.
She's like, it's not like I can't live without you. We can take our time.
She admits she has flaws, but she's honestly ready to give herself to him completely. But then, silence. She's calling out to Chengwen, wondering why his phone went dead. Turns out he's just frozen. She literally calls the hospital saying someone just crashed. Like, he is completely still and won't respond no matter how much she yells. She's like, I literally just confessed my love and the guy just shut down. He's just frozen, not actually dead. Please, someone get over here fast. Meanwhile, the bad guys are plotting and a henchman suggests taking out Leng Qingqiu. But the boss snaps back, asking if he's trying to teach him his job. The minion cowers, saying he's just frustrated seeing the boss take so many losses. The villain admits things are feeling incredibly off and not going to plan. Can you believe the minion actually brings up the septic tank? The boss completely loses it. He orders him to never mention that tank, adding that Leng Qingqiu can't be killed yet. His original plan was to deal with the Lang, Shu, and Chen families one by one.
Then he'd combine their forces to crush the powerhouse Lu family.
The only roadblock is Leng Qingqiu, but even if they can't eliminate him just yet, they can still make him suffer, so he tells his minion to message Shi Ying. It's time to let her make a move, though the minion boasts he could handle it. The boss calls him inflexible, pointing out they could have used Zhang Shihan as a spy. But nobody expected her to be so insanely loyal to Leng Qingqiu. Luckily, Shi Ying is on their side, and Leng Qingqiu is a total playboy. Once they figure out his secrets, bringing down the Lu family will be a breeze. So, do they target the Lu family first? No, the best play is still the Leng family.